Two, three.
Testing 1 2.
Testing 1 2. There we go. I like that. One more time. Let me hear you one more time, man.
Testing 1 2.
Let's go. We got East Coast Culture. This is the test on the mic. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Capturing the world.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is David Carmichael II, and this is the Caption of Our Podcast, episode 22. I want to give a shout out to everybody listening. Also, happy MLK Day, man. Happy Martin Luther King Day. It's a beautiful Monday out here in 757. And yeah, man, up for another podcast. I got another good special guest, man. He goes by the name of Anthony Calderon. And he has a real dope streetwear brand called East Coast Culture, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. So, like I said, this is episode 22. And like I said, I love to have some, a guest that has a streetwear brand. It's probably like my third guest that has a fashion brand. And like I said, I'm happy to have you out here, bro.
Thank you.
No doubt, man. So we first met at the Mind Your Business pop-up shop, man.
It was a good show.
That was back in June of last year, and I remember you came by my table, and I had like a fatigue jacket, and you came by and you was like, "Man, I really like that jacket, man."
That jacket.
Right. So you was like, "I'm gonna definitely get it, man. I'm gonna go back to my table, and then later on, I'm gonna come by and get it." So and later on during the event, you did came by and got the jacket.
We were sitting right next to each other, and it was sitting right there.
Right. Yeah.
I kept looking at it.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. And you was like, "Yeah, I kept looking at that jacket, man. I got a copy." And I think it was like the only one left.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's the last one. You might as well copy it now." And you end up copying it. And I didn't get a chance to get any of your apparel, but I definitely do plan on getting something from you one day too. Cause I seen a couple of your t-shirts, and that is like the color scheme of what you got. Like those I can't even describe the colors though. It's like
it was like pastel.
Yeah.
I did like a colors collection.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. And like I said, man, definitely got to get involved with you some more. So yeah, what made you get into? Well, actually, let's talk about your upbringing. You live in Virginia now, but where are you originally from?
I'm from Crown Heights, Brooklyn, New York. I just got to Virginia like 2 years ago.
Okay, that's what's up, bro. So so what made you get into fashion and wanted to start a clothing line?
To be honest, I've always loved clothes. Like I always wanted clothes. When I was little, I didn't have any clothes to pick from. So when I got older, the first chance I got, I always bought like all these clothes. And I went through like every phase you could think of. I bought so many different clothes. And I just tried different things, and then eventually it just turned to my own little style that I got.
Hey, that's all right, bro. I remember myself growing up, man. Being in elementary school, and my parents wasn't able to afford to buy me like the Jordans and stuff like that. But when I turned 16, man, as soon as I got my first job, I was working at Mickey D's. My first paycheck, man. I ain't buy no shoes the first check because it wasn't like a full paycheck. But like after like a couple of checks later, I was buying my own Jordans. Like I remember my first Jordan purchase for my own money. I had bought the Aqua 8s, the retro Aqua 8s. Remember them, Jones?
Those are really nice.
Yeah, so I had copped those, man. And I had a homeboy I grew up with, and he was like, "Yeah, I bet you ain't gonna get those Aqua 8s." And I got a big foot, man. I wear a size 13, so I was like, man. Well, yeah, I was still wearing a size 13 at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cop them, bro. And then like, how back in the day we had to wait in line for Jordans.
Yeah, outside in the cold.
Right. Yeah. So I was able to go to the mall like a couple of days after they came out, and I still got them. But I think it was because I had a big foot. Yeah. Nobody was getting that. The 13 was probably the only ones left. Yeah, and it was like, man, and I think they said like, yeah, man, you came in a good time because the 13s, we got plenty of those. All the smaller sizes are gone. But like for me, I was, getting Jordans. I was able to get those, exclusive J's because I had a big foot, so like nobody was really checking for the size 13s. Everybody pretty much wear like a size 11, size 10,
10 and a half.
10 and a half. You know what I'm saying? So I was always good with that.
She was gone at 10 and a half.
Right, exactly, ASAP, bro. But yeah, man. So what made you come up with the name East Coast Culture for your brand?
Well, I actually had a name before East Coast Culture. It was a BKNY brand, but I felt like it was too narrow. Like it focuses on only focused on Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So I also saw this hat at the same time. I was deciding names for my brand. It said Beard Culture. It's one of these dudes that he's a manufacturer, so he makes other people's stuff. And I like the culture, so I just thought about incorporating the whole East Coast, and I just threw the culture on the back of it. And I thought it sounded dope. And I just kept it, and I just kept going from there.
And that's all right, man. So so you said, what year did you start? You started in 2017?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And so it's mainly a streetwear brand, right?
Yep.
So you cater to men and women for your streetwear?
Yeah, everything is unisex right now because
Right.
I've only started. So but like in the future, I really want like two, like men and women, like sections.
Okay. Yeah, because like streetwear is kind of I would pretty much say it's kind of unisex already because
Yes, that's true.
like for my t-shirts, like people be like, you got women's size, and I'm like, nah, it's
I
basically
got a
like,
small.
I got a small, yeah, or I can get you can get an extra small,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying. But I do like try to make specifically women's clothing as well.
I do remember those shorts. The shorts were nice.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the burgundy shorts.
Yeah, the women love those, man. I sold out of those. But yeah, I just try to cater to everyone, but I don't want to make it like too dressy. I still want to be strictly like a streetwear brand, like stick to my roots with that. But I do want to experiment with different types of clothing.
Definitely.
But still cater to the streetwear. So I know before you came here, you was talking about bringing your camera. So do you do photography too?
Yeah, I do photography. I have I'm trying to start a company. It's called Fucking with Photos, basically.
Mhm.
FCKIN with photos. But I got the camera because I was tired of waiting on people to do my
bro.
photo shoots.
Mhm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just do it myself. And then when I got in the studio and did my photo shoots, it came out pretty well. Like, it was my first time doing it. It came out pretty good. And I just kept doing it. And then people saw them and started asking me to take their pictures. And it's an experience. So you take other people's pictures and like, I feel like it's always weird taking other people's pictures because you don't know what they want.
Exactly.
But I have had no complaints.
Yeah, and I actually seen those photos with the background. How you were saying you was doing the pastel colors
Yeah.
for your brand, and I guess you kept that same thing for the background
Yeah, that
too.
was the theme. Yeah, it was supposed to be like strictly. You're supposed to be overloaded with colors. That's why it's called a colors collection.
Right.
You got yellow shirt, yellow background, yellow accents. Like everything's yellow.
Yeah, that joint was dope, bro. So
Thank
like that studio, was that your own studio or?
That's a Back Bay Photo Studio down in Norfolk. on
Okay.
Granby.
I might check them out, man. So I definitely gonna do another photo shoot. Like all my photo shoots is pretty much like outside. You know what I'm saying? But I always want to do like a studio type photo shoot for my brand too. So I'm gonna definitely try to check them out one day.
Let me know. I can take the pictures. It's easy.
Right? Yeah.
I
said,
got you.
Yeah, bro. I definitely because I've seen your photos, but I never knew that was you that did them.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely got to reach out, man, and see what we can do during this year, bro. Most definitely. So what are 3 words to describe your brand? If you can just pick 3 words.
I would say different. I was gonna say bright, but bright is kind of different. I don't know. I would say versatile.
Okay.
And
So bright. You said different,
versatile, and simple. I know it's contradicting, but some of the stuff is so simple, but it goes well with other things.
Right.
Like you can wear a black hoodie with anything,
Mhm.
but it has my brand on it.
Right.
But it's just a simple design.
And that's what's up. I mean, and now I agree with you on that as far as simple, because sometimes simple is more.
Yep.
And sometimes, I know for me, sometimes I can overthink a design.
Definitely. That happens all the time.
Like, I think I need more than what I need, but sometimes I just be like, this is it. Like, it gets straight to the point. Like, I can just have a shirt that says capture the world, but it's like, for me, it's like, okay, I can use this different type of font, the color, like the color of the print and the color of the shirt matters. So something as simple as that. It don't have to be like a real dope or a real
crazy design
every time. It can just be something as simple as just having capture the world, or something that just has East Coast culture on it. Just, as long as the colors pop, that can attract anybody.
So I see a lot of these like big, like name brand, like clothing lines, like Dolce & Gabbana. You literally see a black shirt that says Dolce & Gabbana in white, and that's it. It's simple,
right?
And people pay out the pocket for that. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro, and it's a lot of factors that goes into like clothing, because the quality of your shirt. Like, it can be a simple design, but somebody might buy it. Yeah, it feels good when you wear it. So it's like it can it's justifiable by just having that simple design because of the quality of the shirt. So it's a lot of different factors of it, and that's one thing I had to learn was how come people buying these shirts with simple logos on them? But I mean, they do have a name for themselves. They had to build a brand. True. And they're able to do that because they already have a good following. But I'm pretty sure they have great quality, and that's why some of the prices of their pieces cost a certain amount of money. But it's all a marketing thing. It's all about providing the best quality, building your brand, building your fan base, and you can pretty much charge what you charge. So, but yeah, bro. So yeah, that's what's up. You got those 3 different names. So like, who influenced you like on a more personal level, or did you have anybody that you looked up to, or?
I like at first it was on like one person. Her name Gabrielle Celestine. She had a clothing brand. I always loved clothes. I would always want my own clothing brand, but I never did any steps to do it.
Right.
But she was actually doing it, so she was showing me like, hey, you could become in the military. So you could be in the military, but guess what? You could also like have your own clothing brand. You could also be working on it. And she was doing it, and I was just like, nah, I could do that too.
Right.
And then I had another friend that I worked with. His name was Josh Marshall, and he was getting into e-commerce. He wasn't doing clothing, but he was searching for like products to sell, and there's a whole e-commerce world. And so it was they kind of collided, the clothing brand and the e-commerce, and that's where East Coast culture was kind of born right there, because it is an online store that deals with fashion.
Right. So are there any brands you look up to, or maybe brands you see now like that's more out there, like you kind of are seeing doing their thing? Do you have any influences, anybody you follow even before you started clothing brand that you like?
There's a lot.
Let's give me like 1 or 2 or 3 if you want to.
Damn. I feel like Supreme always doing their thing. I feel like everybody likes Supreme, but they do come out with a lot of dope stuff.
Yeah, a lot of good dope collabs.
They have a lot of collaborations. They got like sneakers on their belt, sweaters, shoes. I already said sneakers. Shirts. They have a lot of stuff. They're doing a lot of collaborations. I feel like Nike's been doing a lot of stuff too, because they've been incorporating different color schemes.
Right.
And I don't know. There's too many. I would have to go through all this. There's a lot.
But definitely Supreme and Nike, and I think Nike is.
I feel like they're keeping up with the times.
Right.
They used to be so simple, but now you see like crazy colorways, crazy designs. It's like they're keeping up with the times and the trends and stuff.
Yeah, and I can agree. They're kind of getting into the streetwear movement a lot more, and the story about Kanye started with them with the Yeezys, and he left because of creative differences. And I think they try to make up for it with hiring Virgil and doing the collab with the Nikes.
And they killed that.
And I think they realized like they lost a good thing with Kanye, and they probably was reluctant to trying to cater to the streetwear culture. And once Kanye left and they seen that it was becoming a big thing, that's why they this is just my guess, and that's probably why they got Virgil and collab with him, and it's paid off big time. Like
you can't find them Off-Whites
anywhere, bro. Like they be sold out ASAP. No matter what kind of Nike he collab with, it's a hit every time, bro. So yeah. So have you had like any obstacles? Starting your brand.
Yeah, it always comes to obstacles. I'm sure you know that. It's always like stuff doesn't come out exactly how you want. So I made so my first bulk order, I was like, damn, I really like embroidery. Embroidery, you can feel it. You can, it's just different. So I put it on a T-shirt. I ordered a bunch of these T-shirts. I think it was like 100 T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent them to me, and they got wash off backing because embroidery has a backing for it, and
right.
The backing didn't wash off. So it was a bunch of T-shirts they were white T-shirts with white backing where you could see the backing through the T-shirt. And I had 100 of them just sitting around.
Right.
I mean, of course you have like your friends that support you and they'll buy it, but I was just so like disappointed. I was like, damn, like this is my first product.
Yeah.
And it looks like doo-doo.
Yeah, bro. I mean, because I know I can see myself real hard, bro. Like,
yeah, you're your biggest critic at that point.
Yeah, because like you said, like my friends and family always supported me, and I know my first couple of designs when I first started on my own was like, it could have been a lot better, but only way you can find out or how to get better if you just do it and then see what's wrong with it and forget it, just make it better next time. You know what I'm saying? But I've had plenty of stories like that. Like I know when I started doing the heat vinyl transfer, man, I didn't have the heat press machine out at first. I was using the iron it on, and goddamn, I remember I did the heat transfer, man. I ironed that shit on like real hard, and I thought I was like, all right, this should be straight. Man, I had somebody had bought a shirt off me, bro, and like a week later, he was like, bro, the design coming off, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like. And that's when I knew I had to buy me a damn heat press machine. And ever since I used the heat press machine, I never had any problems. But that lets you know, like for myself, I know, and sometimes you don't have maybe the budget to do certain things at that time.
Definitely.
But just knowing that if I wanted my brand to be, have a good reputation, I had to go ahead and get that machine and just make my product using that machine.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal for me is to always cut out the middleman.
Yes,
so I already do so much of the brand by myself. Like I take the pictures, I do the designs. I have somebody do my graphic designs, but I always tweak them every single time because you're the only person that knows how you want your stuff to look.
Exactly.
So and then like I just want to cut out the middleman. I want to be able to make my own stuff and just like from scratch.
Yeah, and I know for me that can help. That can help you with
orders too.
Yeah, you don't gotta order like a whole bunch of stuff.
You just make it as they order.
Right, make the order is always good. And I mean, if you're doing like vendor events, of course you gotta make a whole bunch, but at the same time, you can make as much as you want.
Yep.
It's no
no minimum or maximum.
Right, no minimum maximum amount you have to order. You can just make 10 T-shirts, or 10 of each design or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely agree with you on that. So how can one stand out in the fashion industry? Like we was talking before, like it seems like the streetwear or just a clothing brand market is so saturated with different brands. How can someone stand out amongst all those brands? What do you think?
I feel like you just gotta keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone started somewhere. Like I don't know if you know Supreme's story, but they started as a skate shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Sold other people's stuff, and then they sold their sweaters in the shop. It was just a plain sweater with a box logo.
Right.
But a lot of people came in and they liked the Supreme sweaters better than they liked the other sweaters that were in the shop or anything else that was in the shop.
Right.
And it just kept going, and now they're one of the biggest streetwear brands in the world.
Exactly.
I feel like you just gotta keep going, and you just can't stop because there's so many other people that got the same mindset as you to keep going. So you got to keep going.
Exactly. And I think how maybe some of us might not fail, but just looking at other people and looking at where they're at in their career, and you're trying to compare them to you.
Yep.
And some people might, and you might say like, oh, they blew up, and somebody that blew up might be subjective because you might not be as big as Supreme, but you still can get a good traction of sales and still make a living off your brand. But that's trying to look at other brands and where they're at. And you might think that they became a big name in the game fast, but you just never know their story.
Yeah,
like how you were saying about Supreme. They started like in '94, I think, and people. Well, for me, I didn't really recognize Supreme until maybe like 2010, 2011 for me.
Yeah,
and that's a long time in the game. It's almost 20 years. Yeah, so. It's been a long time, grinding, and there's been a lot of brands that was more popular than them during the time they started, and they stuck with it, and it really started off as a skateboard brand. I'm pretty sure that's still their core following. Niche, but they involved something real big, and you just got to keep grinding, man. Like, you might be in your 5th year, and you think like, man, it still ain't getting no traction, but it takes time, bro.
I also feel like you can't be afraid to take risks.
Yeah.
So like, say you want to recently we did a photo shoot with Tiffany Evans, and she sung Promise Ring a while ago,
way back.
But it was just like that step to like, we paid for the whole thing, but it was that step to take that big step to get a recognizable name, or just to get your name in the air or in circulation.
Right.
It's just, you gotta take a risk.
You got to, man, and you might not know if every risk is going to become something big, but you got to do those risks to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, that might be the one.
And the more different risks you take, you'll know. Okay, maybe next time I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you always learn. You always learn.
You always will learn. You never would know, and you can't just base it off what somebody else did every time. Like, you can follow maybe people that made it in the industry and kind of similar follow their story, but you can't always do it exactly like how everybody else done it. Yeah. You still got to do it your way.
There's no blueprint to it.
There's never no blueprint. Like, there's certain steps that you can take that will always work for everyone, but it's still something different you got to do to kind of get yourself out there. But yeah, I agree with that, man. So this is a question that I've always wanted to ask someone that's in the same industry. We all know Virgil Abloh, the owner of Off-White.
Yep.
And he said, I seen in the interview, he said the streetwear trend is going to die in 2020. He said that the streetwear trend is going to die out. I don't know if he was serious about it or not, because he's kind of one of the names that is
streetwear.
That it is streetwear. He kind of made luxury streetwear a thing. I mean, streetwear has always been a thing in the fashion industry, but streetwear is making it on the runway on Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. It's evolved to like luxury now. So what do you think about that, man? Do you think that's something that's going to die out?
I don't feel like it's going to die out. I feel like it's going to evolve just like everything else.
Right.
So I think it's just going to grow into a different beast altogether.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Because like how you was talking about Supreme, we always had Supreme, BBC, Billionaire Boys Club, Diamond Supply. I remember I used to wear a lot of Diamond Supply, man. That was
a thing.
That was a thing, man. And the Hundreds, Bape.
And they still going strong.
Still going strong. Stussy, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I wouldn't say any of those brands are luxury. I mean, Bape can have some luxury pieces from time to time, but out of all those brands, they're still streetwear, and they've been around for a long time. And people are always want to wear hoodies and shirts and whatever. That's never going to go out of style. Maybe the luxury part of it might not be as big. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It just seems kind of
I just feel like it's all turning into luxury streetwear.
Right. Exactly. And I don't know, man. Just the thing about sneakers, like it's like when you want to wear sneakers a lot, you're gonna want to wear streetwear with it. Like, you always want to want a hoodie with your Jordans or a good shirt to go with your Jordans. It's like and like when he said that, I don't know how. And Virgil's a genius, man, but I just don't know what he really meant about that's gonna die out. And he's like one of the pioneers of getting it bigger And it seems like he made his coin off of it, and now he wants to do something else. Like he wants to kill it after he made all his money from it. But I don't know, man. I don't see it going anywhere. Like
I don't really see it going anywhere either.
yeah, I feel like it's here to stay, especially hip hop. How it's always influenced. It's like those hip hop artists are still gonna wear those streetwear brands. They gonna wear that Gucci and that Versace stuff too, but they always be gonna influence.
Cause I feel like fashion designers they make clothes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of artists, I mean they're artists, but like music artists, they influence how the clothes are put together,
right?
Which like I feel like streetwear is just a combination of things. Like streetwear is like I don't know, it's the outfit you put together. It's not just like your hoodies. A hoodie could be streetwear, but I think it's the whole outfit that you wear, like the hoodie. How the hoodie goes with the pants, and how the socks go with the pants, and how the sneakers go with the hoodie. It's like
exactly.
It's all a combination.
Yeah, I can agree with that, bro. And but yeah, man, I don't know, man. It just seems like the culture is so heavily influenced in streetwear. I don't see it dying out. That's how hip hop influenced everything. Like,
yep.
And it's kind of, I wouldn't say. I guess I am saying it's like fashion can kind of. I feel like they've kind of, they always have done this, try to incorporate hip hop to gain more popularity with their brand. Like how you seeing some rappers even be on the runway nowadays.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen it. Yeah.
You see rappers on the runway like rocking luxury stuff and luxury streetwear,
or they get outfits made so they can go to the runway and be seen.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. I agree. I don't see it going anywhere. But yeah, another question. So what are your plans for the brand in 2020, man? You say you started in 2017. We're going on your third year now. So what are your plans you got?
I got a lot of big things coming. I got a new collection coming. I got a runway coming, which I'm excited for in August. It's the Richmond runway. It's their first annual show. So I'm pretty excited to like kick it off. And it just forces me to work. So I gotta make a bunch of new things, and it actually allows me to try different stuff that doesn't really fit anywhere. Right. I like making collections, and cause you like make like the colors collection. It was all themed,
mm-hmm.
And it's easy to make themed stuff because you can like, okay, I got colored socks, I got colored shirts, I got colored hats.
Right.
But it get like, say I want to make like an umbrella, or like I don't know, like a flight suit or something. It's just different. It doesn't really fit in anywhere. That runway allowed me to like work on that.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah, because like using the runway, using like fashion shows, it seems like I don't think everybody knows this, because like fashion shows is used to put out pieces that it might not even make your collection, or it might not even be able to purchase. And sometimes I put out, and even though like for fashion shows I've been in, I put out something. Don't have any plans of even like really putting it out there for purchase, but somebody might come to me and be like, man, I really like that piece, and I'd be like, well, it's like, I'll buy that, and like for me, I'd be like, okay, I might make more of these, and put it on my website.
It's about the feedback that you get.
Exactly.
You definitely get a lot of feedback and get a lot of publicity from the runway shows. I think it's my first one, so
yeah, you're gonna definitely get a lot of feedback, man. But like, just have fun with it. Don't overthink it. Like, just do what you want. Don't allow anybody to tell you like, this is what I want you to put on the runway. Like, nah, you want me in your show? Like, I'm gonna put what I want on the runway. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm like, Facts. No offense, like, but I've probably had that before. Like, I don't think they was really trying to tell me what to do, but it was kind of like, can you do this and do that? I'd be like, no, not really.
I'm good.
I'm good. Like, it's all about what you want the audience to see.
Yeah, and
it's like a trial and error. You can put out something, and you might not get a lot of good reviews from it, and you might have another piece that's killing it, and that's worth putting more money into making that specific design.
Definitely.
So yeah, man, congrats on that, man. I definitely hope you have a good time. You will have a good time.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's gonna be real dope, bro. And you said that was in Richmond, right?
Yep.
And is that like Richmond Fashion Week? Do they have a fashion week?
They do have a fashion week, but this is just another fashion show in Richmond. It was like one of my homeboys did Richmond Fashion Week, and it was pretty dope. But I don't want to go to Richmond Fashion Week. I want to do like a warm up,
right?
And know what I'm doing and just know how to do it before I go to Richmond Fashion Week.
Okay. So another question, bro. Why should people wear East Coast culture?
Damn, that's a hard question.
I know you know something, man. You say it's different. Like, why should I?
I just feel like it is different. I feel like I don't know. Damn, that's a hard question. Give me a second. I feel like everybody can relate to it. I feel like there's a piece for everybody. Like, cause I have simple pieces, I have loud pieces, I have in the middle pieces. It's just like there's a piece for everybody. I feel like me, it's East Coast culture, but it's also like I put a lot of myself into the brand, and since I've been through so many phases, I know so many different kinds of clothes that I can make that will apply to different people.
Right.
And I feel like I feel like there's a piece of clothing for everybody, whether it's like a t-shirt or a sweater or some pants or a hat. Like everybody wears hats. I don't know.
Right. No, I can agree with that, bro. Like, you know, I feel the same way. Like, I know I have a lot for everybody, and just the message behind my brand. That's why I feel like you should wear it. But yeah. So this is the question that I ask everybody on the podcast. How do you plan on capturing the world?
That's another
tough question. That's a tough question. Like, that's that boy not letting up, is he?
I just want to. All right, it's gonna be a story, right? So, I come from Brooklyn, New York. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a lot at all. I was adopted, so I feel like me coming from being adopted, not having anything, to making like a big like world famous brand. It just shows people that you can do whatever you put your mind to, and that's like I live by that. Right. So, and if you look at me, you'll see like I do photography. I've done like video editing. I've done branding. I do my fashion. I just feel like you can do whatever you put your mind to, and I just want to be an example for people. I want to influence people, and I already have. Like people tell me like all the time, like, hey, like I'm proud of you, and I'm doing this because you influenced me. I have other people doing clothing brands. It just feels good to know that like people are doing this because they see you do it, and they feel like they can do it too. And you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Exactly, bro. And we definitely all got to support each other. And yeah, like people that say that about you, that can just keep you going. That's all you would need to just keep pushing. And you know, we have our days where it's like, man, you know, I don't know if I should keep doing this, or what do I have to do to make my brand better? But you know, just influence each other and just keep on pushing, bro. That's all we can do. So yeah, man, that's all I had, bro. Thank you for coming out here. Some good jewels. Definitely got to link up and make some business moves.
Definitely
do a photo shoot, man. Like I said, I didn't know you was that nice with the camera. Do you do videography too?
I'm learning. Anything I can learn, I'm learning. So
damn right,
we're gonna do it.
That's what's up. So you want to tell everybody your social media for your brand?
Yeah,
and the website where they can find it.
I got an Instagram and a Facebook. Those are both eastcoastculture.co. So is a website actually, eastcoastculture.co. My photography website is Fucking With Photos, FCKINWITHFOTOS on Instagram. I'll make a Facebook page soon, and then my personal is Tabasco Poppy _
Hey, make sure y'all follow him on his personal and his brand page, man. Like I said before, he got a lot of dope stuff, bro.
You're working this year.
Definitely working. This is 2020. This is a new decade, man. Definitely got to go hard with everything that we do. And I just think, like, you know, it's just the decade of creators. I mean, even last year, I just like me doing this more. I just be seeing so many dope people and many creative people. And
I met so many this year. It's crazy.
Many talented people, man. And it's crazy. And we all talented, and we can all reach a certain level together. Like, it doesn't have to be this one spot at the top. Like, it's room for everybody to grow and room for everybody to eat, man. So, but yeah, we definitely gonna link up, bro. And anytime you want to come back on the podcast, you know, we can chop it up some more about fashion and anything you want to talk about, bro.
I'm down. I need to practice.
No, you did good. We did real good, bro. Ain't nothing wrong. But yeah, this is Anthony Calderon again. You know, you got East Coast culture. This is David Carmichael II. with the Caption World Podcast, episode 22. And like I said, man, make sure y'all follow me at Capture the World Apparel. And you can follow my personal Instagram at the Carmichael Show _ and plenty of good content to come, man. And thank you for all our Spotify listeners, all of our YouTube listeners, yes, all of our Apple Podcast listeners, man. We got many more guests to come, man, so y'all stay tuned. All right, man, we out. Peace.
Capturing the world.
Hey, I just said the same for my bitch. Hey, shorty, we gon' be okay. Just let me feel it. Baby girl gon' ride with me. We drink skirt. Hey, talk, shorty, let your head blow. Yeah. I just said the same for my bitch. Shorty, we gon' be okay. Just let me skirt. Hey, baby skirt. Ride with me. Drink talk, shorty, let your head blow. Bitch, you know I love you. That's why I ain't no fuss. Shorty, you know that you more than something, I'm a bust. I just wanna cop you something that you can stun. Make them bitches mad when you pull up to the fuss. Shorty, I just wanna roll with you, wanna glow with you, grow with you, stun on hoes with you, toe to pole with you, tryna with that Adiya, too low with you, tryna ice your ring, finger out and go. Shorty, I'm your Nelly, you my Kelly, or I'm your Buzzy, you my Keisha, we on belly, we bossed up together, ain't shit they can tell me, we ball together, ain't nobody ready, I fuck my bitch up in the coupe, cause that's just how we move. Shorty, I do this just for you, this ain't nothing new. My little shorty forever, it's just me and you. My little shorty forever, it's just me and you. Okay, I just said the same for my bitch. Shorty, we gon' be okay, just let me feel it. Baby girl gon' ride with me, we drink skirt. Talk, shorty, let your head blow. I just said the same for my bitch. Shorty, we gon' be okay, just let me skirt. Baby skirt, ride with me, drinking bitch. Talk, shorty, let your head blow.